So it's been around a week since my last video on Activision Blizzard and their ongoing lawsuit with the state of California, and things have gotten worse for the company because one, some internal leaks and internal messages from a bunch of studio heads, design directors, etc., all posing in a Cosby suite, and I won't go into much detail about that, but grown men posing the Cosby suite, leaked messages about doing things instead of Cosby suite, which just isn't appropriate at all. It doesn't matter if it's workplace or dark humor, whatever. Nothing appropriate for the workplace at all. And of course, with Bill Cosby's reputation when it comes to sexual assault and harassment, just not the best look, if you ask me. So that's all I'm gonna get into when it comes to the whole Cosby suite and those group messages. But very disgusting, abhorrent behavior. But when it comes to the corporate side of Activision Blizzard, we have had a couple of executives step down, Jarrett Allen Brack, and of course now Fran Townsend. Now Jarrett Allen Brack stepped down around 5 days ago. It was just due to the backlash from the protest, which isn't surprising at all. I feel like he's the first fall guy that's going to take a lot of blame for this, even though it's just not him. But he did enable the system because he kept it going once he stepped in and got hired, or when he got promoted to that position. So, while it's not all his fault, he kept the problems going. So, I'm not surprised that he stepped down, and I'm glad he did. When it comes to Fran Townsend now she was one saying that we should listen to our employees. They're gonna be here, blah blah blah. But once her employees give some criticism to what she has said and how she's responded to this lawsuit, guess what? She starts blocking them on Twitter. But I thought you wanted to listen to your employees. I thought you wanted to make things better. But then shortly after that, a couple days later, she also steps down. So again, not the best look for Activision Blizzard having multiple executives step down. But again, the latest development, I'm saying again a lot, but my apologies. But our latest development is now another lawsuit, and this time it's from its own investors. So that's really bad. Because when I get the sexual assault and harassment, that being systemic discrimination, all that is really bad. Now they're getting sued by people that have a lot more economic power and that can actually do something, which is their own investors. And the reason why these investors are upset because they're just saying, well, if we would have known that this business was being operated the way it was, we wouldn't have invested the money we did. And yeah, not the best look for Activision Blizzard, right? This really does not bode well for the future when it just comes to them winning this lawsuit. It really doesn't. Because now you got a bunch of employees against you, and now you got your own investors against you. So, I wouldn't be surprised if you see more people step down due to them getting a class action lawsuit from the investors, because again, they have a lot more economic power compared to the employees. And I mean, yeah, I hope the investors win their case, because if they do, it's more likely that the victims of the rampant sexual assault and harassment, they'll win their case as well. When it comes to the employee side of things, they haven't changed any of their demands. And when it comes to the protesting and the picket line, they're not actively encouraging players to boycott the games. So that isn't surprising at all. And yeah, the best thing you could do is just listen to what the employees want. If it's not to boycott the games, to support these institutions and these programs they have laid out for people to support, you do that, and you just listen to the employees, you amplify their voices. I'm not going to get mad at anyone that doesn't want to cover these games, that's still playing these games. I don't have any issue with it either way, because the employees don't seem to have an issue with it either way. So there's that. When it comes to the employee side of things, we'll have to just see how this case and lawsuit develops further. But if you're asking me, I'm going to predict a few more stepping down of executives, and maybe some of these other guys that were involved in this Cosby suite with that incident. You may see some guys step down in other studios, and that's simply because they moved on to other endeavors. And don't be surprised to see more of this stuff happen throughout the industry, indie games, AA, AAA, whatever, because yeah, it's just not Activision Blizzard that's doing stuff like this. It's just not them. There's other studios, other industries, so don't be surprised if more stuff has come down the pipeline with the next couple of months and how it'll be compared to Activision Blizzard. I don't think you'll be as big because these companies aren't as big as Activision Blizzard, but yeah, you shouldn't be surprised if you hear more news like this in the coming weeks and months and throughout the year. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But that's all we have for today, and without the way, ladies and gentlemen, y'all stay safe, and I'm out.